I'm Chris Eckert, your host. And did you know that there's a patch of trash in the Pacific Ocean between California and Hawaii that's twice as large as the state of Texas? Well, today, I'm going to introduce you to someone who's trying to do something about that. Well, thank you for meeting us to do a little bay cleanup, Alan.
Definitely.
So tell us, how did you get started and how long have you been doing this?
So I started when the kids needed community service about 8 years ago when they were in grammar school, and we'd do the local creeks in the neighborhood, and then took the kids to the Delta, and while we were out there jet skiing, you see a refrigerator on the shoreline, you see chunks of foam floating by, and we started picking up a little piece, and I thought they were just one-offs, but everywhere you look there was garbage. So I went out and started doing it on a jet ski with a garbage can mounted on the back, and that got filled up too quickly. So then I bought up my first boat. That lasted until I sunk that. Had too much weight in the front end and there was a crack, didn't realize it. And then finally found this guy, which is the perfect boat for what I use it for, because it's very wide and very long. So we can put a lot of weight on it and trash.
Okay, well, let's get out and pick up some trash.
Definitely.
All right, let's do it.
Go.
All right. So Alan, why don't you tell me about some of the equipment that you use to keep the bay clean in this area?
So what I use is pretty basic, just some litter pickers that I get from Costco. I've got a 16-foot gaff so I can grab something from a distance, and then a garbage can.
So Alan, I also noticed you've got this Garmin rangefinder thing over here, so tell me a little bit about how you use that.
Yeah, so this is both depth finder and navigation. Every time I come out, I think of something new to bring.
Cool, well, let's go clean up the bay. So Alan, after you pick up all this trash, what do you do with it?
So it depends on what the trash is. If it's tires, I've got a local shop in Redwood City who takes the tires from me, doesn't charge me to recycle them. If it's foam, I have to dispose of it. All the recyclables ends up getting recycled in the blue bins at home. I try to reuse, recycle as much as possible.
Now, I see a lot of things out here in the bay. What is the strangest thing you've ever come across?
Strangest thing in the bay, probably boats, clothing, motors. You wonder how does stuff get out here. We're in the middle of the bay. But stuff washes, travels far.
You talk about strange things, it looks like a plastic chair out there.
Yeah, it's when you get high tide where it's a king tide, whatever floats, when the tide drops, it's gonna be caught up in this filter.
Oh, wow.
If you wanna call it. And this is our backyard.
There's a lot of trash here, so I wanna know, how the heck does all this stuff get here?
So I think a lot of it is the recyclable stuff. People are just lazy, they drink it, they throw it in the water. But I think one of the big issues right now is you've got bridges, and you got people who, versus take it to the dump and dump it, they dump it overboard and then it washes away, the birds break into it, and next thing, you've got stuff everywhere.
Wow. So Alan, what does the future look like for your bay cleanup?
Well, I'll continue doing what I'm doing now and get a little more organized. I'll start inviting different groups, kayak groups who come out paddling throughout the weekend and say, hey, if you guys want to come out and help, I'll provide all the tools and use all the manpower to pick up all that garbage and recyclables, and then I'll dispose of it. It's amazing when you have 20 people doing what one person's doing, and we can make a pretty big dent. I'm happy to take out anybody who expresses interest, because once they come out, they're changed forever.
Our next stop on the San Francisco Bay is an area that you might remember from your childhood. It's located right on the site of what used to be Marine World Africa USA. Today, it's home to everything from multi-million-dollar waterfront homes to international corporations like Oracle and Electronic Arts. Let's go take a look at Redwood Shores, California. Let's go. Known for its stunning lagoons and serene views, this community is a paradise for outdoor lovers, with miles of scenic trails, kayaking, and lush parks. Perfectly positioned between San Francisco and Silicon Valley, it's a prime spot for professionals with easy access to tech hubs and major airports. Families are drawn to its top-rated schools, while the clean, safe, and community-oriented vibe makes everyone feel right at home. Whether it's sailing, windsurfing, or just soaking up the scenery, you'll find the perfect lifestyle here. Thank you for taking this journey into the San Francisco Bay. I'm your host, Chris Eckert, and this is the American Dream Television.